What are you doing? Go shift. I'm just kidding. You can wait until I'm done talking. Hello, welcome back. Today I am back with the third shifting video. I guess it is a series now. Honestly, I was not going to be doing another video because I view it as unethical to milk a topic for views. You know, I don't want to be known as someone who does that. But as I was scrolling through the comments and replying, a lot of you assured me that you'd be completely fine with me doing a part 3. So I was like, say less. Today's shifting video is all about methods. Just methods. I'll be going over 7 because I'm too lazy to do 10, but I also feel bad doing less than 5, so 7 is the middle. Something I want you to remember is that you do not need a method to shift. It is not necessary. They're just there to help you through the process if you feel like you need like a little helping hand. The methods I'm going to be talking about are ones that I haven't gone in depth about. I already talked about the pillow and raven method, so I'm going to skip them. The methods in this video are going to range from having to use a lot of visualization to little or almost no visualization. I did not forget about you peeps with aphantasia. You get methods too. Before we get started, I have 2 things to say. First, I just want to say thank you to Hunter Aesthetic for sending me this really cute fan art. I'm gonna put it right here. I was running around my house when I got sent this. I'm very honored that someone took the time to draw me. So yeah, I just want to say thank you. It means a lot. Okay, and number 2. This sounds so random, but can I refer to you guys as like my fellow villagers? Calling you my subscribers sounds so lame. Like, you guys are my friends, so I want to call you something nicer, you know? Crystal villagers! It's either that or I call you my peeps. You know, like the marshmallow ducks? Yeah, you can choose. Okay, let's begin. So the first method is called the hug method. I actually mentioned that in my last video under like lists of other methods that you can do. The credits for this method goes out to Julie, and she's on Amino. So the first step is you close your eyes and visualize that you just woke up in your desired reality or waiting room bed. Look at the ceiling, the sheets, any type of object that would be around you when you wake up. If you have trouble visualizing or picturing those things, just imagine the smells or sounds that you would hear when you wake up. After you've analyzed your surroundings, get out of bed and try to imagine what it would feel like to place your feet on the floor. Does it feel like wood? Is it carpet, grass, etc.? Focus on that sensation. Step 3 is look around you. Imagine there's another person in that room besides you. It could be a desired reality friend or whomever you feel like you'd be happiest to see. Whether it be Deku, Prince Zuko, hell, Cat Noir from Miraculous Ladybug, whatever you want. Visualize them being somewhere in the room with you. Whether they're just chilling out on the couch or something, or staring at you with sad, teary eyes, being like a whole sack of sadness. Now run towards that person and hug them really tightly while thinking about how much you miss them and how much you care about them. At that point, you should be feeling a warm, fuzzy feeling around the center of your body near your solar plexus, which is like this area. Focus on how comforting it is to be finally with that person, and do not lose that sensation. Step 4. After this, spend some time with them. Make up some memories. You can visualize dancing with them, playing a card game, anything you want. Spend as long as you need with them until you feel that you're ready and the ball of energy is still situated within your chest and you can still feel it like radiating. When you're ready, hug them goodbye and walk back to your desired reality or waiting room bed without losing the focus of the energy ball. Get in bed and close your eyes. Go to sleep while repeating affirmations. You'll be good to go. The second method is the lucid dream method. To begin this method, the first step is just to lucid dream. It doesn't matter how you do it as long as you do it. If you're not too sure how, just practice what's called reality checks throughout the day. At random intervals, just stop and think, am I dreaming? Then look at your hands and count how many fingers you have. When you're dreaming, you'll instinctively do the same and instantly become lucid because you'll look at your hands and you'll realize, my hand looks off. Because your hands usually look wonky in your dreams, you'll immediately snap out of it and realize that you're dreaming. Step 2 of this method is to make sure that you're in control. Sometimes you can be lucid, but not in control of the dream. To check, just summon a fruitcake or any object you can think of. Make sure when you summon it, it's as detailed as you can possibly make it. Focusing on objects inside a dream stabilizes it and makes it way less likely that you're going to suddenly wake up. Step 3 is to create a door to your desired reality bedroom or wherever you want to end up. Make sure that wherever you're ending up has a place for you to sleep. So either it has a bed or it has a couch, whatever, somewhere you can sleep. Examples being the Hufflepuff common room in Hogwarts or the UA dorms. You can have the door suddenly appear, or you can say, when I turn around, the door is going to be there. It's totally up to you how you make the door appear. Step 4 is make sure it is the right door. Be certain that the door will lead to your desired reality and not some wacko place like Sangwoo's basement. Killing me softly, do, 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 do. If it doesn't literally say, this door will lead to my desired reality bedroom. Step 5 is walk through the door. It should lead to your desired reality bedroom or wherever you wanted to end up. Finally, when you walk through the door to your desired reality, you should be your desired reality self. Get into bed or on a couch and try to fall asleep. If you think you've made it, you can wake up. Scripting, my eyes will automatically open once I've shifted, is also pretty helpful. And that's the end of this method. If you're visualizing only and not lucid dreaming, you can still use this method, but you should just go about the end parts a little differently. So I'm just gonna talk about it right now. You should visualize that you're in a tunnel of light or a place with just no color. Either it's black or it's white. And at the very end, there's your desired reality door. As you walk towards it, say affirmations and count 100 steps. As you're doing this, let all your doubts slip away. Focus solely on the moment. Recall memories, good and bad, from your current reality and feel them slipping away, being left behind in the tunnel of light behind you. From there, you can follow the rest of the steps and then you're good to go. The third method is the Kyoko method, named after its creator, Kyoko, who's on Amino. For this one, background noises or the position you're laying or sitting in doesn't matter at all. First, physically write down or mentally compile a list of your doubts, worries, negative thoughts, everything that you feel is preventing you from shifting. Write it all down. Once you're done, physically or mentally scratch all of them out 3 times. Take 6 deep breaths and then affirm 9 times that you are shifting right now. This is optional, but now you can choose to play your desired reality subliminal playlist if you have one. If not, you can just play theta waves. Set your intention to shift right now. After, close your eyes and feel or visualize your desired reality self and surroundings. If you can't make images in your mind, think of smells and think of sounds that would be associated with your desired reality. Take as long as you need with this step. When you're done, ask yourself, what is the first thing that I'm going to do once I shift? Be specific. It could be something like holding your desired reality phone, looking in the mirror, running to find your favorite character. It doesn't matter. Just think of it. Now imagine yourself doing that same thing for 17 seconds. You can count to 17 while imagining or while you're attempting to feel the sensation of what that experience would be like. Focus on it and repeat the same action 3 times. At this point, you should see a light. Affirm that you're in your desired reality right now and affirm your identity by saying affirmations like, I am blank, I am this person, I am this many years old, etc. When you're ready, open your eyes or fall asleep saying those same affirmations and you should wake up there. Fourth is the Julia method. I understand that the creator of this method isn't really fond of reposting, but there is literally no other way for anyone else to access it other than the people already in the Amino, since it's now locked and literally won't accept anyone else into the community. Not to mention its moderators of that same community kicked out hundreds of users without giving a proper explanation. So I'm just trying to scrape the parts of what I remember and what I was able to gather together to give to you. Step 1 is put on some theta waves. 6 hertz is best, and meditate for 10 minutes, about 10 minutes, or until you feel comfortable and relaxed. Once comfortable, repeat in your head, I am. So like, I am, until you receive some sign of shifting. That could be tingles, floating sensation, racing heartbeat, white light, etc. Those aren't all, I just named the ones on the top of my head. Step 3 is count slowly from 0 to 100. This is not a race. Go slowly. It's also optional to say some affirmations as you're counting. You might feel twitches, vibrations, or itches, but it is completely fine if you don't. Honestly, good for you if you don't, because that means you'll less likely be distracted, and itches literally drive me insane. So if you don't get any of those, good for you, at least in my opinion. Step 4 is after you've counted to 100, start using identity affirmations, such as I am desired reality name, I like desired reality hobby, I live in this city or this place in my desired reality, I like this, etc. Keep on saying these until you feel disconnected from your body. Step 5 is once you feel detached, start to visualize your desired reality. If you aren't good at visualization, try and feel your desired reality. Convince your mind that there is a sudden drop or rise in temperature and that the room has a smell of whatever. For example, suddenly it's warm and you can feel the heat coming from a fireplace in your desired reality and it smells like cinnamon the entire room. Something like that. If done properly, you will feel your surroundings change. When it does, open your eyes and you should be there. 5 is called SINS method. This was created by amino user Cinnamon Tea. Does cinnamon tea taste good? I hope it does. First, lay on your back, side, or front. You don't need to be in a starfish position, but just make sure that your arms aren't touching your torso. Next, listen to your subliminals. It doesn't have to be using headphones. You can just have it playing in the open air. Begin to relax your whole body while focusing on specific limbs, letting the tension go little by little. After, focus on the darkness behind your eyelids and clear your mind. If your mind wanders, that's fine. Acknowledge the thoughts, but then refocus and try not to have your mind wander again. Then, begin to count to 100, slowly. Remember, it's not a race. Do it at your own pace. At 10, try to imagine what your voice sounds like and say in your head, my name is blank. I am blank years old and I live in blank. At 20, describe what your desired reality self looks like. You can be as detailed as you would like. At 30, give a brief summary of the people you know in your desired reality. At 40, repeat affirmations such as I'm shifting, I have shifted, along with the previous affirmations such as your name, where you live, and what you do. You can repeat them for as long as you want. At 50, imagine your desired reality house layout. Imagine your desired reality self giving a house tour. Start from where they wake up. Is it a dorm or is it an actual house? How big is the room? Where in the house did they wake up? Create the placing of furniture and the outlay of the place as you go along. Then count from 50 to 100. Either you'll have shifted or continue saying affirmations and go to sleep. You should wake up there. Number 6 is the I method. You don't really need a lot of visualization skills for this one. Step 1 is to rub your eyes until you start seeing shapes and like those squiggly lines. Don't rub your eyes hard though, because that could be dangerous. The author literally said no go in sicko mode. No, very lightly. Step 2 is once you start seeing those shapes and lines, stop rubbing your eyes but keep your eyes closed. Then try and visualize your desired reality using those lines and shapes. Start affirming from here and make sure that it truly seems like you've created a scene or a place from your desired reality behind your eyelids using those shapes. Once you truly feel like you're there and you've tricked your conscious mind into believing it, you can open your eyes and boom, you'll be there in your desired reality. The I method is short and sweet, which I like. Finally, number 7 is the goddess method. Step 1 is guided meditation. It is optional, but I do recommend it because meditation allows you to be in a calm state of mind, and it also allows you to enter a state called the void state. When you're in this void state, it allows opportunities for you to further explore yourself, your psyche, your mind. Step 2 is thanking the universe. You're most likely to get what you want when you're thankful for what you already have. So, following the guided meditation, put on a subliminal or audio that reminds you of your desired reality. Take this time to thank the universe for what you have. Thank you for allowing me to make amazing friends. Thank you for allowing me to discover shifting, etc. Let the universe know that you're thankful for what you have before you ask it for more. And then, once you've thanked the universe for what you have, which includes the ability to shift, begin thanking the universe for what your desired self has. For example, in my waiting room, I have my butler, Sebastian, like I said. I also have a really nice room. It's very peaceful. If I'm doing this method, I'll say, thank you for my amazing butler. I also scripted that I have naturally white hair. As you can see, I don't have naturally white hair. In there, I do. So I can also say, thank you for giving me straight, white, platinum silver hair. Thank you. By thanking the universe for what you want, you're reprogramming your brain to think that you already have it. Because why would you thank someone or something for something you don't even have? You get it? And thus, you're reprogramming your brain to think you have those things, and you're letting the universe know that you're thankful for the ability to have those things. The universe knows what you want, so don't feel pressured to go into detail. It knows. Finally, step 3. By this point, you should have accessed the void state, so you're calm and you're collected. There aren't many thoughts passing through your head. It's pretty clear up in your noggin right here. From here, play a subliminal, theta waves, binaural beats, anything calming that you wish to play, you can play it. Now begin counting. There is no specific number of how much you count up to. It's completely up to you. Whenever you feel like you should stop counting, you stop counting. There are no limits. You can literally count until your last dying breath. It does not matter. Now, as you're doing that, you're going to visualize or try to your best of your abilities to visualize your desired reality. Now, take the time to visualize each person that you find significant that you will be interacting with in your desired reality. For me, it will be like the entire of class 1A. That's who I'll be really interacting with. So I will be visualizing each of them individually. Alongside that, try and visualize any specific scenes from your desired reality and where you will be. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does the food taste like? Who do you sit with at lunch? Visualize and feel. Like I said, if you have a problem with visualization, that is okay. The struggle is real. Instead of forcing feelings or forcing yourself to visualize, talk to yourself about your desired reality. Tell yourself the answer to all of those questions, like you're pulling it right out of a storybook. Once you feel at ease with your visualization and you think that it's gone on enough, just take some time to listen to whatever you're playing in the background. Take it in, refocus yourself. If your thoughts intrude, acknowledge them, but then let them go. Breathe in, breathe out, and now, once you're ready again, begin to count. This time, affirm yourself. Affirm you have your desires. You're living where you want. You're with who you want. And you are what you want to be. Some example affirmations are, I am desired reality name. My friends are desired reality friends. My love interest is whatever. Doesn't matter. Those are just some. When you feel ready, stop counting, but only when you feel ready. During the counting, at some point, you will have started feeling symptoms of shifting. Remember, you can acknowledge them, but do not let them distract you. Push it to the side and continue doing what you need to do to keep your concentration and keep focused on your goals and your desires. Step 4, you're almost there. Start saying shifting affirmations. Assure yourself that you have shifted and that you're in your desired reality. Examples, I have shifted. I am in my desired reality. I am of pure consciousness and not attached to any one reality. I am more than my physical body because I am more than physical matter. I live in my desired reality, etc. Then you can either go to sleep, or if you feel like your surroundings have changed, you can open your eyes and you should be there. And that's it, all 7. I hope you enjoyed it. I have some more methods, I just didn't get the time because my camera is dying. I was gonna give you some bonus ones, so I'm going to leave them, the links to some other ones, in the description box, as well as the heartbeat method. I think it was that one. The heartbeat method, I'm going to leave it in the description as well. So if you want to take a look at that, go ahead. Yeah, I think that's it. I will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Share it if you thought it was interesting and helpful. Bye-bye! Do you like my Deku blanket? I don't know if you can see it, but can you see it? This is Midoriya. I really like Deku, if you can't tell. Wow, that's the first time you saw me get up from my bed. Is that not marvelous?